They say if you've been intimate with someone before, you can always be intimate with them again, no matter how much time has passed, no matter who you're with now. That's the law. Okay, maybe not an actual law, but an undeniable truth of the universe. One that I've spent months pretending doesn't apply to me. And now, on the eve of my wedding, someone with a camera has all the proof I've been lying to myself about. Let me introduce myself properly. I'm Paige, 29, engaged to a wonderful man named Jordan. Tall, handsome, stable. The type of guy your mother prays for when she kneels at night, asking God to give her daughter a responsible husband. Jordan is the answer to that prayer. But there's a problem. His best man is the answer to my heart. Zane and I go way back. I met him first, fell for him first, and ruined things first. It was a messy break, immature, impulsive. And in that emotional wreckage, I met Jordan. He swooped in, pieced me back together, and before I could blink, we were a couple. Then, an engagement. Everything happened too fast for me to stop and think. And then Zane walked back into my life. As Jordan's best man. The first time I saw him again, I swear I forgot how to breathe. He looked different. Or maybe he didn't. Maybe it was just the weight of knowing that I had loved this man before and was about to vow my life to someone else. Either way, it felt like the universe was laughing at me. At first, Zane and I were civil. A handshake, a polite smile. We agreed to be mature about this. But see, there's a difference between maturity and self-control. The former we had, the latter, not so much. What started as casual conversations turned into stolen moments. And stolen moments? They turn into stolen kisses. And now, one of those stolen kisses has been captured by a damn wedding photographer. The message came at 2 a.m. An unknown number. If you want to keep your wedding drama free, you're going to pay for it. Attached was a photo. My lips on Zane's. My hands in his hair. My betrayal in high resolution. I sat up in bed so fast I almost woke Jordan. My heart pounded as I read the next message. $20,000. Or your fiancé gets a wedding gift he'll never forget. $20,000. I don't have that kind of money. I'm barely keeping up with wedding expenses as it is. I considered calling Zane, but then I stopped. Because let's be honest, he's not the one at risk here. Jordan isn't his fiancé. It's my world that would collapse. And the worst part? I don't even want to leave Jordan. Yes, I love Zane. But I don't want to betray Jordan. He's good. He's kind. He's stable. He loves me in a way that feels like home. Zane? Zane is fire, passion, history. But I know how our story ends. We tried before, and we crashed and burned. So now, I'm stuck. I don't want to lose both men, but I don't have the money to keep my secret buried. And the wedding is in 3 days. What do I do? I can't tell Jordan. He would leave. Instantly. No second chances. No redemption arc. Zane? He'd probably want me to come clean, but let's be real, he doesn't have $20,000 either. My best friend, Chloe, is my only option. So the next morning, I meet her for coffee, hands shaking as I slide my phone across the table. She picks it up, squints at the message, and then lets out a slow whistle of disbelief. Damn. She looks up. You're screwed. Helpful, I say dryly. No, seriously. Who the hell is this photographer? Who even sends blackmail texts like they're writing a ransom note for a bad TV show? She scrolls. 20,000? Paige, you're marrying a man who makes 6 figures, and this guy is blackmailing you. I groan. I don't have Jordan's money, Chloe. She smirks. Well, maybe you should start a GoFundMe for cheating brides-to-be. Chloe. Fine, fine. What are you gonna do? I shake my head. I don't know. If I had the money, I'd pay just to make this nightmare go away. But I don't, and the wedding is practically here. She taps her nails on the table. You could tell Jordan. I'd rather drink bleach. Fair. She sips her coffee. Okay, plan B. Get Zane to pay. I scoff. Zayn doesn't have that kind of money. Then what's left? She raises an eyebrow. You could call this guy's bluff. Maybe he's all talk. I hesitate. That's a gamble I'm not sure I can take. Because what if he isn't bluffing? What if he actually sends that picture to Jordan? My stomach twists. I need time. Chloe gives me a look. Babe, you don't have time. I know she's right. I just don't want to admit it. That night, another text comes. No response? Cute. You have 48 hours. Attached is another picture. This one worse. It's not just a kiss this time. It's Zayn's hands on my waist, pulling me close. It's the look on my face that makes it clear. This isn't a one-time mistake. This is love. Panic grips me. My hands tremble as I type. I don't have that kind of money. Seconds later, a response. Not my problem. Find it. I stare at the screen, my heart pounding. This isn't just a bad situation anymore. This is a disaster waiting to explode. And I have 2 days to stop it. They say guilt is a useless emotion. But whoever said that has never woken up next to a man who loves them, knowing they love someone else. Jordan sleeps soundly beside me, his arm draped over my waist like I belong to him. And I do. I should. But every time I close my eyes, I see Zayn. His hands. His lips. That last stolen moment, captured forever by a photographer who now owns my fate. The guilt is suffocating. It sits on my chest like a weight, pressing down until I can barely breathe. Jordan shifts in his sleep, pulling me closer, and I flinch. I don't deserve this warmth. And yet, I can't walk away. I love Jordan. But I also love Zayn. How did I get here? How did I let my heart split itself in two? I don't want to break Jordan's heart. But deep down, I know I already have. He just doesn't know it yet. I stand in front of the mirror, dressed in white, and all I see is a fraud. Stop looking at yourself like that, Chloe says from the bed, scrolling through her phone. Like what? My voice is hollow. Like you're walking to the guillotine instead of down the aisle. She sets her phone down and sighs. You love Jordan, right? Yes. The answer is automatic. A script I've rehearsed. But you also love Zayn. My throat tightens. Yes. Chloe groans, flopping onto her back. Jesus. You're the main character in your own soap opera. I press my hands against my stomach, trying to calm the churning inside me. Love isn't supposed to feel like this. It's not supposed to feel like suffocating under the weight of your own lies. Do you ever think, I whisper, that some people are just meant to be together, even if the timing is never right? Chloe sits up, studying me. Is that how you feel about Zayn? I meet her eyes in the mirror. It's how I feel about us. She doesn't respond right away. Then, softly, then why are you marrying Jordan? Because he's safe. Because he's good. Because I made a commitment, and I don't want to be the kind of person who throws love away just because temptation came knocking. Because I don't want to lose Zayn, but I don't want to lose Jordan more. An hour before the ceremony, my phone vibrates. My hands are shaking as I open the message. Time's up. You either pay or he sees everything. I feel the blood drain from my face. Chloe grabs my phone and reads it, her jaw tightening. Paige, this guy isn't bluffing. My fingers are ice cold. What do I do? She hesitates, then exhales. There's only one way to stop this. I already know what she's going to say. I just don't want to hear it. Tell Jordan the truth. No, the word is sharp. Instant. Paige. I can't, Chloe. My voice cracks. I'll lose him. She softens. Maybe. But if he finds out from someone else, you'll lose him for sure. I swallow hard. My heart is hammering so loudly I can hear it in my ears. I can't tell him. I can't. But I also can't ignore the message. And then, like fate itself is laughing at me, the door opens. Jordan stands there, looking devastatingly handsome in his suit. His smile is warm, his eyes full of love. I just wanted to see you before the ceremony, he says. Is that bad luck? I can't speak. If I open my mouth, I might break apart completely. He steps closer, brushing a curl from my face. You look beautiful, Paige. I close my eyes. You deserve better than me. I can't wait to marry you. My heart clenches so hard I almost double over. I should tell him. I should rip off the Band-Aid, confess everything, and face the consequences. Instead, I smile weakly and whisper, "Me too." Minutes before I'm supposed to walk down the aisle, another text arrives. Final warning. If I don't get the money, the truth comes out. My chest tightens. My vision blurs. I can't do this. I can't. Then, just as I'm about to type a desperate reply, the worst thing possible happens. Jordan's phone buzzes. And I watch in horror as he picks it up, his brows furrowing as he opens a message. For a moment, the world slows. I see it in his eyes, the exact second he understands. The color drains from his face. His fingers tighten around the phone. His jaw clenches. Then, he looks up at me. And everything shatters. Perhaps things would have turned out differently, but I took my chances and things turned out badly. If you were in my shoes, what would you have done? Please do not judge me. Like and subscribe. Tell me what you would have done differently.